Good evening, everyone. My name is Professor Roger Guerrero.
My name is Michelle Ramirez.
Hello, my name is Haley Hidden.
And welcome to the PCC Performing Arts production of You Will Be Found, a Broadway choruses project. We have been discussing this project for quite some time, and this tonight is the first live performance by a PCC ensemble in almost a year and a half. Most of the singers tonight are members of PCC's chamber singers, as well as our music theater program.
The pandemic a year and a half ago changed everything of how we do class. We went from being in person at the beginning of our semester in February to online in March. We went from learning music together to having to learn it separately. We've also, this entire semester, have done everything remotely until about 4 weeks ago when we were on campus.
This show is almost entirely led by students with the help of Professor Guerrero and Guy May, which is our pianist. We have put so much work into the show, and we only had 5 weeks to put it together, but we made sure to put our heart and soul and blood, sweat, and tears into the show to make sure that it is done and amazing for you to watch.
We have all been impacted by this pandemic, but in the largest way, our performing arts students here at Pasadena City College have probably been impacted negatively the most. Think about not being able to do what we absolutely love to be able to do for almost a year and a half, and that is to perform live with other people, to sing, to play an instrument, to dance, to act. None of these things have been available to our students for a long time. At the end of the fall semester, during which the PCC Chamber Singers made a 35-minute virtual choir recording of a number of winter songs and a cappella songs, I thought to myself, there's no way we can continue in the same way. For while there are valuable educational learning opportunities online, and while it is really cool to put singular voices together in some edited music, it's very cool. It's not the same as being able to sing in person. And I thought to myself, our students need a way, a venue to be able to perform together, to be able to be together, masked, socially distant, outside or not. They need to be able to express music together from their hearts and souls. And I thought no better way to do this than choosing incredible literature from Broadway. And that's literature that goes back almost a century. From a large selection of over 100 Broadway chorus songs, I brought to these two fine young people 25, and they helped me narrow it down to 10. Tonight, you will hear 8 incredible Broadway choruses. And in between that, the marvelous talents of some of our singers in solos, duets, and one phenomenal trio.
And Professor Guerrero came with us with the list of songs that we were going to do for this. Haley and I looked through the list and we decided that You Will Be Found is going to be our anthem. The reason we chose that song is because this year has been incredibly rough for everyone. And we wanted to convey to everyone watching and everyone in our choir that they will be found and that there's always someone there.
You Will Be Found, obviously this song means so much to all of us. It's such a deep song, and I know that every single one of you can connect to it. And I'm hoping that you take that message and you listen to it and know that there are people out there for you, whether you realize it or not. We incorporated that message to our staging, especially when we added hashtag signs. And it was mostly in honor of Chris, and we asked him to be a part of our show, knowing that he has transitioned, and he gave us the okay to go with that. And we decided to use that to spread the message and spread the awareness of all the love that we have for everyone in the LGBTQ+ community.
So with that, we hope you enjoy our program tonight. Each of the songs has specific meaning within the context of the musicals that they come from. But when you take songs out, you excerpt them out, they no longer have that context within a specific show. And so their job, which they've done so well, was to take all of this music in an umbrella and create our own cabaret-like show. So you'll hear songs transition one to the next, songs that interact very well in terms of message and music, even if they're not on the same musical. The end result is something very eclectic, something very refreshing, something very new, and something very live. Once again, welcome to our production, You Will Be Found.
Hello class, welcome to your first day of Zoom. My name is Mrs. Frizzle. It's a very ancient saying, but a true and honest thought that if you become a teacher, by your pupils you'll be taught. As a teacher I've been learning, you'll forgive me if I boast, but I've now become an expert on on the subject I like most, getting to know you. Getting to know you, getting to know all about you. Getting to like you, getting to hope you like me. Getting to know you, putting it my way, but nicely. You are precisely my cup of tea. Getting to know you, getting to feel free and easy. When I am with you, getting to know what to say. Haven't you noticed, suddenly I'm bright and easy because of all the beautiful and new things I learned about you day by day. A summer's day, a mother sings a song of purple summer through the heart of everything, and heaven waits so close it seems to show the child the wonders of a world beyond his dreams.
He thought you were awesome.
You thought it was awesome, my brother?
Definitely.
How?
Well,
He said, there's nothing like your smile, sort of subtle and perfect and real. And he said, you never knew how wonderful that smile can make someone feel. And he knew whenever you get bored, you scribble stars on the cuffs of your jeans. And he noticed that you still fill out the quizzes that they put in those teen magazines. But he kept it all inside his head. What he saw, he left unsaid. And though he wanted to, he couldn't talk to you. He couldn't find a way. But he would always say, if I could tell her everything I see. If I could tell her how she's everything to me. But we're a million worlds apart. And I don't know how I would even start. If I could tell her, if I could tell.
Did he say anything else?
about you?
Never mind, I don't really care
No,
anyways.
he said so many things, I'm just trying to remember the best ones.
He thought you looked really pretty, or it looked pretty cool when you put indigo streaks in your hair.
He did?
And he wondered how you learned to dance like all the rest of the world isn't there. But he kept it all inside his head. What he saw, he left unsaid. If I could tell her everything I see. If I could tell her how she's everything to me. But we're a million worlds apart. And I don't know how I would even start. If I could tell her, if I could tell her, what do you do when there's this great divide?
He just seems so far away.
And what do you do when the distance is too wide?
It's like I don't know anything.
How do you say I love you? I love you. I love you. I love you. But we're a million worlds apart. And I don't know how I would even start. If I could tell her, if I could.
There are days when I feel so fragile, can hardly remember to breathe. When reality crashes in wave after wave, pulling me further. So what's the point in planning for a future if it all can be stolen away? It's all I can do to hold on and survive when the colors have faded to gray. But my children need so much more from me, and they give me the strength to go on. Whatever may come, all that matters now makes sense of all of my chaos in ways I can never explain. He turns all of my sadness into a smile. He's helping me live life again. It's a light in the eyes of my children. It's the sound of their laughter once more. It's a glimpse of a life I did only to dream, and a dream only life could restore. And I know that some may not understand that he's guiding me safely to shore. Not afraid anymore. All that matters now is where I go from here. There's an easier way if I live for today. The beating of my heart is all that matters. It takes me far away. There's an easier way if I live for today. The singing in my heart is all that matters.
One day more, another day, another destiny. This never-ending road to Calvary. These men who seem to know my crime will surely come a second time. I did not live until today. How can I live when we are parted? One day more. Tomorrow will be worlds away. And yet with you our world has started.
One more day all on my own. Will we ever meet again? One more day with him that's carrying. I was born to be with you. What a life I might have known. And I swear I will be true. Somebody hold me too close. Somebody hurt me too deep. Somebody sit in my chair and ruin my sleep and make me aware of being alive, being alive. Somebody need me too much. Somebody know me too well. Somebody pull me up short and put me through hell and give me support for being alive. Make me alive. Make me alive. Make me confused. Mock me with praise. Let me be used to vary my days. But alone is alone, not alive. Somebody crown me with love. Somebody force me to care. Somebody let me come through. I'll always be there, as frightened as you, to help us survive. Being alive, being alive, being alive. Daddy always thought that he married beneath him. That's what he said, that's what he said. When he proposed, he informed my mother he was probably her very last chance. And though she was 22, though she was 22, though she was 22, she married him. Life with my dad wasn't ever a picnic, more like a come as you are. When I was 5, I remember my mother dug earrings out of the car. I knew that they weren't hers, but that wasn't something you'd want to discuss. He wasn't warm. Well, not to her. Well, not to us. But everything was beautiful at the ballet. Graceful men lift lovely girls in white. Yes, everything was beautiful at the ballet. I was happy at the ballet. And that's when I started taking class. Up the steep and very narrow stairway to the voice like a metronome. Up the steep and very narrow stairway. It wasn't paradise. Wasn't paradise. It wasn't paradise, but it was home. Mother always said I'd be very attractive when I grew up, Different, she said, with a special something and a very, very personal flair. And though I was 8 or 9, I hated her. Now, different is nice, but it sure isn't pretty. Pretty is what it's about. I never met anyone who was different, who couldn't figure that out. So beautiful, I'd never live to see. But it was clear, if not to her, well then to me. But everyone is beautiful at the ballet. Every prince has got to have his song. up a steep and very narrow stairway. It wasn't paradise.
It wasn't paradise.
It wasn't paradise, but it was home. I don't know what they were for or against, really, except each other. I mean, I was born to save their marriage, but when my father picked my mother up from the hospital, he said, I thought this was going to work, but I guess it's not. Anyways, I did have a fantastic fantasy life. I used to dance around the living room with my arms up. I dreamed it was an Indian chief, and he'd say, Maggie, do you want to dance? And I'd say, Daddy, I would love to dance.
But it was clear
when he proposed that I was born to save their marriage and wed.
that's what he said. That's what she said.
I used to dance around the living room.
He wasn't warm, not to her.
It was an Indian chief, and he'd say, Maggie, do you want to dance? And I'd say, Daddy, I would love to. Everything was beautiful at the ballet. Raise your arms, someone's always there. Yes, everything was beautiful at the ballet. At the ballet. At the ballet. Yes, everything was beautiful at the ballet. I was pretty. I was happy. I would love to at the
away my shot. I am not throwing away my shot. Hey yo, I'm just like my country. I'm young, scrappy, and hungry, and I'm not throwing away my shot. I'ma get a scholarship to King's College. I probably shouldn't brag, but dang, I'm amazed and astonished. The problem is I got a lot of brains with no polish. I gotta holler just to be heard with every word. I drop knowledge, I'm a diamond in the rough, a shiny piece of gold, trying to reach my goal. My power of speech, unimpeachable. Only 19, but my mind is older. These New York City streets getting colder. I shoulder every burden, every disadvantage I've learned to manage. I don't have a gun to brandish. I walk these streets famished. The plan is to fan this spark into a flame. But dang, it's getting dark, so let me spell out my name. I am the A-L-E-S-A-N-D-E-R. We are meant to be a colony that runs independently. Meanwhile, Britain keeps spitting on us endlessly. Essentially, they tax us relentlessly. While King George turns around and runs a spending spree. He ain't never gonna set his descendants free. So there will be a revolution in this century. Enter me,
He says in parentheses.
don't be shocked when your history book mentions me. I will lay down my life if it sets us free. Eventually, you'll see my ascendancy. And I am not throwing away my shot. I am not throwing away my shot. Hey yo, I'm just like my country. I'm young, scrappy, and hungry, and I'm not throwing away my shot. I am not throwing away my shot. I am not throwing away my shot. Hey yo, I'm just like my country. I'm young, scrappy, and hungry, and I'm not throwing away my shot.
I dream of life without a monarchy. The unrest in France will lead to anarchy. Anarchy. I used to say, oh, anarchy. When I fight, I make the other side panicky with my shot.
Hey yo, I'm a Taylor's apprentice, and I got your knuckleheads and local parentheses. I'm joining the rebellion, cause I know it's my chance to socially advance. Instead of sewing some pants, you're gonna take a shot.
And we will never be truly free until those in bondage have the same rights as you and me. You and I do or die. Wait till that stallion on a stallion. Who's the first black battalion? I'm another shot.
Geniuses, lower your voices. You keep out of trouble and you'll double your choices. I'm with you, but the situation is fraught. You've got to be carefully taught. If you talk, you're gonna get shot.
Bird, check we got Mr. Lafayette, hard rock like Lancelot. I think your parents look hot. Lawrence, I like you a lot. They shot your clock, blacker than the kettle calling the pot. What are the odds of gods that put us all in one spot? Pop in a spot of conventional wisdom, like it or not. A bunch of revolutionary manumission abolitionists. Give me your position, show me where the ammunition is. Well, am I talking too loud? Sometimes I get overexcited, shoot off at the mouth. I never had a group of friends before. I promise that I'll make y'all proud.
Let's get this guy in front of a crowd.
I am not throwing away my shot. I am not throwing away my shot. Hey yo, I'm just like my country. I'm young, scrappy, and hungry, and I'm not throwing away my shot. I am not throwing away my shot. I am not throwing away my shot. Hey yo, I'm just like my country. I'm young, scrappy, and hungry, and I'm not throwing away my shot.
Now everybody say, whoa, whoa, whoa. Hey, whoa, whoa, yeah. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Step to them, stop. Whoa, step to them, whoa. Yeah. Let's go.
Rise up, when you live it on your knees, you rise up. Tell your brother that he's gotta rise up. Tell your sister she's gotta rise up. When our these colonies gonna 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 rise up. Rise up. I imagine death so much it feels more like a memory. When's it gonna get me? In my sleep, 7 feet ahead of me. If I see it coming, do I run or do I let it be? Is it like a beat without a melody? See, I never thought I'd live past 20. Where I come from, some get half as many. Ask anybody why we living fast and we laugh, reach for a flask. We have to make this moment last. That's plenty, scratch that. This is not a moment, it's the movement. Where are the hungriest brothers with something to prove? When foes opposes, we take it on a stand. We roll like Moses, claiming our promised land. And when we win our independence, is that a guarantee of freedom for our descendants? But with the blood we shed begin an endless cycle of vengeance and death with no defendants. I know the action in the street is exciting, but Jesus, between all the bleeding and fighting, I've been reading and writing. We need to handle our financial situation. Are we a nation of states? What's the state of our nation? I'm past patiently waiting, I'm passionately smashing every expectation, every action and act of creation. I'm laughing in the face of casualty and sorrow. For the first time, I'm thinking past tomorrow, and I am not throwing away my shot. I am not throwing away my shot.
I don't need you to sell me on reasons to want you. I don't need you to search for the proof that I should. You don't have to convince me. You don't have to be scared you're not enough. 'Cause what we've got going is good. I don't need more reminders of all that's been broken. I don't need you to fix what I'd rather forget. Clear the slate and start over. Try to quiet the noises in your head. We can't compete with all that. So what if it's us? What if it's us and only us? And what came before won't count anymore or matter. Can we try that? And what if it's you? And what if it's me? And what if that's all that we needed to be? And the rest of the world falls away. What do you say?
I never thought there'd be someone like you who could want me.
Well,
so I gave you 10,000 reasons to not let me go. But if you really see me, if you like me for me and nothing else, well, that's all that I've wanted for longer than you could possibly know. So it can be us, and only us. And what came before won't count anymore, matter. We can try that. It's not so impossible. Nobody else but the two of us here. 'Cause you're saying it's possible.
we can just watch the whole world disappear
Until you're the only one I still know how to see. It's just you and me.
It'll be us and only us. And what came before won't count anymore.
We can try that. You and me. That's all that we needed to be. And the rest of the world falls away. And the rest of the world falls away. The world falls away. The world falls away. And it's only stranded at the drive-in, branded a fool. What will they say Monday at school? Sandy, can't you see I'm in misery? We made a start, now we're apart. There's nothing left for me. Love has flown all alone. I sit and wonder why, oh, why you left me. Oh, Sandy, baby. Someday, when high school is done, somehow, somewhere, two worlds will be one. In heaven, forever and ever we will be. Oh, please say you'll stay Sandy, my darling, you hurt me real bad. You know it's true. But baby, you gotta believe me when I say I'm helpless without you. Love has flown all along. I sit and wonder why you left me. Oh, Sandy, Sandy, Sandy. Oh, Sandy.
Some things in life are bad, they can't really make you mad. Some things just make you swear and curse. When you're sitting on life's bristle, don't grumble, give a whistle. And this'll help things turn out for the best. And always look on the bright side of life. Always look on the bright side of life.
Life seems jolly rotten, there's something you've forgotten, and that's to laugh and smile and dance and sing. When you're feeling in the dumps, don't be silly chumps. Turn your lips and whistle, that's the thing.
And always look on the bright side of life. Always look on the bright side of life. Well, life is quite absurd, and death's the final word. You must always face the curtain with a bow. Forget about your sin, give the audience a grin. Enjoy it, it's your last chance anyhow. Life is quite absurd, and that's the final word. Life's a laugh, and that's the joke is true. The sea is all a show, people laughing as we go. Just remember that the last one is on you. Everybody, always look on the bright side of life. Always look on the bright side of
Hello? I got Twinkies. What kind of cookies are these? The chocolate chip? No, there's some white stuff in the middle. Anyway, does anyone want candy? This is all I've got, okay? Cookies, desserts, whatever the hell this is. Help. It is tradition that the person eliminated from the competition is fair game for derision. Especially the alpha male will sell goodies at the bake sale. Anyone for brownies, anyone for chocolate chips, anyone for anything that isn't dated. How could I have been eliminated? You wanna know how? You wanna know how? You wanna know why? My unfortunate erection is destroying my perfection. It is my recollection that everything I once did, I did perfectly. Last year's champ defeated because of Mary marigold coney bear. Because there's something and not a thing between us. I don't blame my brain, but I do blame my penis. My unfortunate protuberance seems to have its own exuberance. Anyone for M&Ms, delicious and appropriate. Anyone for chewy goobers, expensive. Anyone for buying the shit that I'm selling, because my stiffy has ruined my spelling. Erection, erection, my unfortunate erection. Whoa, it's ruining my life, it's ruining my world, it's ruining my ruining my life. My life. Adulthood brings its own peculiar rejection, which is why I'm selling this PTA confection. It will ruin your complexion, all because of my unfortunate erection. Oh God!
Whenever I see someone less fortunate than I, and let's face it, who isn't less fortunate than I, my tender heart tends to start to bleed. And when someone needs a makeover, I simply have to take over. I know exactly what they need. And even in your case, though it's the toughest case I've yet to face, don't worry, I'm determined to succeed. Follow my lead, and yes, indeed, you will be popular. You're gonna be popular. I'll teach you the proper poise when you talk to boys, little ways to flirt and flout. Oh, I'll show you what shoes to wear, how to fix your hair, everything that really counts to be popular. I'll help you be popular. You'll hang with the right cohorts, you'll be good at sports, know the slang you've got to know. So let's start, 'cause you've got an awfully long way to go. Don't be offended by my frank analysis. Think of it as personality dialysis. Now that I've chosen to become a palacis, you're an advisor, there's nobody wiser. Not when it comes to popular. I know about popular, and with an assist from me to be who you'll be, instead of Derby, who you were, well, are. There's nothing that can stop you from becoming popular. La, 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 la. We're gonna make you popular. When I see depressing creatures with unprepossessing features, I remind them on their own behalf to think of celebrated heads of state or specially great communicators. Did they have brains of knowledge? Don't make me laugh. They were popular, please. It's all about popular. It's not about aptitude. It's the way you're viewed. So it's very shrewd to be very, very popular, like me. And though you protest your disinterest. I know clandestiny. You're gonna grin and bear it, your newfound popularity. La 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 la, you'll be popular, just not quite as popular as me. What a night, what a crowd. Makes you glad.
Makes you proud of the crème de la crème.
Watching us and watching them in the
6 months
of relief, of delight, of Elysian. And we can breathe no more dust. No more dust. Here's a health.
It's a toast to a prosperous year.
To the new chandelier.
6 months.
What a joy. What a change. What a blessed ruse. And what a masquerade.
Somebody. I don't know how exactly, but I am. I have to. Somehow. Proud of your boy. I'll make you proud of your boy. Believe me, bad as I've been, you're in for a pleasant surprise. I've wasted time. I've wasted me. So say I'm slow for my age, a late bloomer. Okay, I agree that I've been one rotten kid. Some sun, some pride, and some joy. But I'll get over these lousing up, messing up, screwing up times. See, Pa, now comes the better part. Someone's gonna make good cross his stupid heart. make good and finally make you proud of your boy. Tell me that I've been a louse and a loafer, you won't get a fight here, no ma'am. Say I'm a gold brick, a goof off, no good, but that couldn't be all that I am. Water flows under the bridge, let it pass, let it go. There's no good reason why you should believe me, not yet. I know, but someday and soon I'll make you proud of your boy. No, I can't make myself taller or smarter or handsome or wise. Say my best, what else can I do? 'Cause I wasn't born perfect like Dad or you. Dad, we could try hard to make you proud of your boy.
Have you ever felt like nobody was there? Have you ever felt forgotten in the middle of nowhere? Have you ever felt like you could pretend